Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Space Engineers. I am your host, Renovate. And today, guys, I want to show you something. As you know, last episode, we had a mega fail. And, it was really crushing for me to watch that thing fall apart. But I had Link jump on, and him and I just basically tore the whole thing down to nothing. In the process, I also lost my mini truck, and so we grinded what we could and we salvaged what we could, and I made this, and I called it the Pac-Man. I don't know what it is, but I'll show you what it can do. This is going to be our new mining ship, and I pretty much built it vertical. I just put the drills like this in a cockpit. And then inside here is actually one of these up and down. So that's where we're getting our up and down thrust. Or I'm sorry, actually they're right here on the corner. So right here, these are the helo thrusters. So there's a thruster here, here, on all the corners. And then there's one of these on each side. And then we also have these little, I forget what these thrusters are called. Let's get number 2. They're called the Vtol Thrusters. So we got those. Those are the ones that Nika had asked us to put in the pack, and so we did. And they work great for like little atmospheric control thrusters. But if you really need some power, you want to use these. And so I also added a azimuth battery on that side and an azimuth battery on this side. And I painted this little stripe around it. So yeah, and this is all the heavy armor. Since we had so much steel, we spent so much steel making that big thing, I just decided to go ahead and make this heavier armor. And this thing works awesome. So we're going to jump into it real quick, and I'll show you how it works. So if we get into it, so you can see we're pointed vertical, so we need to go to, I'm just going to actually go to this because I like this view better. You got to hit Control 2. Actually, we need to turn it on. Is it on? It's on. So we got 9 days of power. Why is it on? It shouldn't be on. Let's go ahead and turn our thrusters on and our lights on, and then hit Control 2 and unlock us. So we're going to take off, as you can see, and then we're going to go this way. What is going on here? Oh, you know what? I bet we're out of uranium. Nope, we shouldn't be. We got plenty of uranium. This one doesn't have any uranium. I wonder why. Let's put the uranium in there. That's going to solve our power issue. Just like that. Oh, you know why. I know why. Let's point it up like this. Let's go in. Let's get back in here. Let's go in here. Let's grab this and put it in our inventory. I know why. Let's jump out and let's fly. One of these has got a little opening in it. There it is right there. So that's the big reactor. We got to put the uranium in that one. So it's not connected to the conveyor system, which I thought I'd had it connected there. So now we do not have any power problems. Alright, so let me show you how this works. So basically you just fly wherever you want to go mine. I've mined a crap ton of uranium and a crap ton of iron. Over here was our silicone deposit. And do I have the ore detector on? I feel like the ore detector isn't on. Is the ore detector on? Or did that get damaged? Looks like the ore detector got damaged the last time I had the ship, because I was down inside this hole. I want to say it's this hole right here. Is this the hole that we were in? No, that's not it. It must be... Oh, it's right here. So I was mining this hole. You can see how far down we got down inside there. And one of my drill things fell off. And I had the ore detector on the front too, so that's probably why. So we could probably... You know what? Let's go back to base and put an ore detector back on this thing. But in today, guys, we are going to make something. It's going to be a test. We're going to test out the laser antennas. And if you guys are watching this, if you watch every once in a while, you'll see like a flicker on my screen. It's only been doing that since the last 2 patches came out. So today is actually the May 6th. I don't know when this is going to come out for you guys to watch. But let's go back to control 1 so I can see my camera. But ever since the patch, not this past Thursday, but the last Thursday, it has been a pain. And I don't... Let's go this way, and then this is down. It just flickers all the time, and we've had all kinds of issues with... Let's get that so that it's locked in like that. Good. Okay, let's jump out real quick. Oh god, jump out there. So where do we want to put that ore detector at? Maybe right here. Let's get ore detector. I want to use the azimuth one. Let's get the azimuth ore detector. Put it right there. 400 steel plate. Holy crap. Okay. Let's put it... whoops, I didn't want to do that. Let's see, number 9. And then I think that is the top. We'll put it right there. So we got construction components, basically detection components and construction components, lots of that stuff. Okay. So yeah, ever since that last patch, I've been having this weird screen glitching, and it's really annoying. It really, really is. Let's grab where's our ore detecting components? All right, guys. So let me jump in this ship real quick, and I'll show you how this works. I got that ore detector placed on the side there. So let's jump in here, and we need to go to Control 2, or not? Yeah, Control 2. Actually, before we want to do that, we're going to turn our thrusters on so we don't fall. And then we need to go to Control 2 and then disconnect. And then, what just happened? I think our thruster just went off. Oh, our power's not even on. There we go. Alright, so our thrusters are on. Now we can take off. Alright, there we go. So let me show you how this thing works. Let's get in here so we can fly it the correct way. Let's get like this. Alright, so I need to get a little bit more cobalt. And I have a cobalt source that's over there. And I think there was another cobalt source somewhere else. The cobalt resources, or the cobalt ones that I've found so far, are very, very, very small. So let's go over here and see if we can find... Maybe we'll have better luck finding it. So right here's where I've been mining the cobalt. And excuse... What in the hell? Excuse the lag. I don't know what is going on with this game. Alright, so excuse that lag. It shows that we have cobalt like right here. Right there. So let's go back to this. About 40 meters down. About 30 meters. So I'm just going to click this. And this only takes away the terrain. It doesn't take away... Or we're not mining any rocks. I'm holding the right mouse button down. So that's mining straight down. Looks like we're going to hit some iron first. I'm just going to blow through the iron. We have a crap ton of iron back at the base. And here is our cobalt source. So I want to start mining this, because I need some cobalt. And basically now it's just mining the cobalt. I'm holding the left mouse button down. This is actually a pretty good vein. But as you can see, it doesn't last very long. Until it's gone. Alright, so then all I do is I back it up. You You can see the hole that we created right there. And then if I wanted more, we'll just go back down there. So if we press I, we got a little bit of silicone. And we should have gotten some cobalt. And we got 58,000 cobalt. Now, I didn't see anything that even showed silicone. And that might have already been in our inventory, but I don't know. So let's grab... Actually, you know what? I'm done. That's all I needed. So, because I want to go back over here. I want to get started. Today, guys, we're going to be building... I want to test out making a satellite. Now, it's not so much for... I want to see something. Is it still up here? Yeah, do you guys see that? See the A and the E? Yeah, there it is. Oh, man. Look at the lag I'm getting. Oh, my God. Alright, let's get out of that view. Yeah, man, good Lord, what is going on? It's so buggy right now. It's got to be the server because I mean, you can see... Yeah, it's really bad. There must be like some trash or something. Alright, I'm back. So, I want to go down here, and we're going to land this bad boy. And I'll show you how this works after the server decides to stop doing its bullshit stuff and making my vehicle... If my vehicle crashes, I'm going to be pissed off. Alright, so we're going to go down here. We're going to aim it up. I'm going to press number 1. Actually, we need to go to control this first. Control 1, then 1. There we go. So I can see where my connector is. And we need to go this way a little bit, and then down. And then see which way is this way. There, level it out a little bit, and then... There we go, we're connected. Hit my control 2, lock us in. And then I'll go back to control 1, turn our thrusters off and our lights off, and our reactor off so we can save some power. And then all that stuff is going to go directly into our factory, or our refinery I should say, which is right here. And you can see the cobalt's in there, and the stone is in there as well, but that's okay. And then we could probably take this iron and stick it in one of the... we could probably stick it in one of the cargo containers. Like this one. There we go. And... yeah, so that's that. Okay, so we want to get building today is a satellite. And before we go build a satellite, let's go over here and throw these in. And am I filled up on ice on my oxygen generators? So let's go out here since the sun's coming up. And did I hit the caps lock button? No, I guess not. We just can't run very fast. So I already started making a laser antenna. We're going to make 2 of these today. So here's the first one. And in order for us to make this thing, I already got the steel plate and the computers. So we're going to need construction components and superconductor conduits. And I remember making those in my first season, and I think they required lots of gold, if I remember correctly. But let's go over here and check. So let's go in here, go to production, and it's the coil things, these things that needs gold and iron. So let's make 100 of those maybe? It says we do not have any gold, but I know we have gold. And I believe it's over in the other base, because that's where I've been dumping everything. When I was mining, I just dumped it in our other mining thing over there, our mining base A1. So let me go grab that real quick. Alright, so while those things are working, we're going to go over here and we're going to build something. So, where do we want to build this? Like right here. The reason I don't want to build it right there is because that's there. So let's build it right. Let's build it right here and see what we can do. Let's Let's just use the light armor blocks. We don't need to use the the weird ones. Let's put that there. Let's build this up a little bit. Let's go to G, get landing gear, always the first piece. It doesn't really have to be the first piece, but if you want it to sit still while you're building, that's going to be your first piece. Like I said, you don't have to put it there. So let's put that there, and let's see if we can weld that. So we need construction components and motors. Let's go grab that stuff. Oh my god, too fast. Construction components and motors. So we need a couple motors and some construction components. There we go. So basically this is going to be a really small ship. It's just going to have enough that... Let's do number 4. It's just going to have enough on it that we can get to space. So one things I want to put on it are these thrusters. I don't know if I want to use these thrusters because it just requires a lot of thruster components. But I would like to use these. Maybe the medium size. This is the thruster vanilla frame. This is a 3x3. These are actually the 5x5s. So let's just try these for now. Let's just do the gray one. It's the 3x3 gray. This is the 3x3 gray. So let's grab that. And let's put one... The smooth side is where the thrust comes out. So we want the thrust like that. And we want one on top of it to go the opposite direction, right? And then we want the smooth side up. Just like that. Okay. It looks... What the frick? Oh, when you put them down, they look like they're already built. That was weird. That kind of freaked me out there for a second. So we need construction components and motors. So we're going to do that. So that's going to be our up and down thrust. And then we'll just make some blocks that go this way. Now remember, I turned thruster damage off, so it doesn't matter that I have a block there. But I'm just going to box this in like so. Like that. Oh, I'm out of steel plate. Let's go get some steel plate. And let's see if our pieces are done over here. Let's go to, let's scroll down here. And yes, those are done. Cool. So I need some steel plate though. Do we have any steel plate in here? I don't see any steel plate there. And I don't see any steel plate there. So let's go into production and let's make a couple hundred steel plate real quick. And my filters are off. You see that? My filter, I can't see it right there. If you hit escape and you go into options and game, you can change the opacity, right, like that. So background. And let's see if that works a little bit better. So if I press my I button, I still can't see it, but you can barely see it. There's a little square right there, and it's got a little gear on it. I just want to filter out storage inventories, so I can do that like this really quick. So we are looking for the steel plates, which I guess isn't considered a... Yeah, I guess not. Okay, so there's our steel plates. Grab all those and fly out here. Alright, so we need to do that. The reason I needed all those is because this thing up here needed all those. So let's go up here. Construction components, but it did use all the superconductors. So we just need construction components. Let's go back over here and finish this thing first, though. So that's our up and down thrust, okay? And then we will have... we're going to need a battery sitting on top of this thing. So let's go in and make an azimuth battery. So let's get battery. This one. Now these things cost twice as much to build, but they are 3 times more powerful. So we're going to put a battery right there. Let's weld this. We're going to need basically the same stuff, construction components. And then from there, I want to build solar panels, because this thing's going to be up in the sky where the sun is. and it's just going to stay up there. So let's do that. So let's get solar. Let's type in solar. Solar. There we go. I'm going to take some solar panels and put them right there. And then we're going to put those... yeah, that's fine. Let's put it there. And then let's rotate this. And put it at the same spot. It's not letting me put it where I want to put it. There we go. And put it right there. And then we're going to put the rest of these thrusters. We just need the 1x1s, like these. And we're going to put those, see, up, down, left, right. So I'm going to put, let's put 2 there, 2 there, and then 2 here. And then we're going to need some on this side. But that's the reason I put these blocks down here on the bottom. So let's do this and that. And then that and that. And let's put those thrusters underneath here. So let's put these thrusters here. And here. And then here. And here. Alright, cool. So now we have that. I'm going to go ahead and put some more blocks around this to make it kind of square. And what we're going to do now is we're going to mount a camera on the bottom of this. So let's go into, actually, you know what, let's just weld these blocks up. What do we need for this? Large steel tubes. Okay. Got those welded up. What's this one need? Large steel tubes. What's the top one need, though? Same thing. Oh, you know what? It's not going to let us weld that because of the battery, so let's go ahead and grind that off. Oh, no! Crap. Alright, so we got to go back and get that thing. So let's go back and grab the 3x3 and put it like so. And we're going to need construction components and a bunch of motors. Okay. So let's go ahead and weld that. Let me get this welded up, and then the only thing I'm going to put on the other thing would be I'm going to put a camera and then a remote system, and then I'll show you the we'll connect these 2 things. So let me get these 2 things built, and then we'll do a liftoff, and I'll show you how what I'm going to do. This is going to be a test, but we'll see how it works. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we are back, and it's been about 45 minutes or so, and I got it ready, but if you watch it, see how the power goes on, then it goes off. And that's because the batteries that I put in it aren't getting charged quick enough, even though it's getting solar power. So I went ahead and, if you look right there, I went ahead and made one of those little tiny reactors, and we're going to fill that up. I also went ahead and made this control seat, because I really don't have any way of controlling anything from my base, so I just thought we'd put this here. This will be temporary. We'll probably build like a little console thing here or something. But what I wanted to show you, after we get this put in there, if we do this and throw that in there, I want to actually grab all of the thrusters. That one, that, and that, and that. Is that all of them? That one and that one. Let's name these thrusters. And save, and I don't want to see them. And then let's do remote control, and we'll do camera because it's the only camera, and that's the bottom facing camera. And so we want to go to the laser antenna. What you want to do on these laser antennas, they're kind of funky. It doesn't matter which one you go to, but what you want to do is you want to go down. You see all these options here. You got copy my cords, paste cords. You got programmable blocks and all this other stuff. You just want to go here and click on copy my cords, okay, and then you want to go up to the one that you want to connect to, like this one, and it should have a block on it. If it doesn't, we can go down here. That's why I made this thing right here. Let's get in our seat, and then let's go to I and control panel. And then we want to go to laser antenna, so let's go down here to L. So here's our laser antenna 2. This would be our large one. And we want to go to paste cords, okay? So when you paste cords, watch what happens right here. So if I paste the chords, all right, and then connect, it's going to rotate towards it. It's going to try to find it, and it's going to tell you if it's going to connect to it or not. So it's looking for it. And it might not be able to see it just because of the way that I have it sitting, and that might be an issue. Yeah, it might not be able to see it, and I was afraid about that. You can see if we look up there, it's trying to look down, but I don't think it can see it from here. I don't think this thing can see that thing. So what we might want to do is go to this one, go into I, go into control panel. This might work, it might not. So if we go in here to this laser antenna and say copy my chords, okay, and then go into this one right here, and then go into this laser antenna right here and say paste chords, and then connect, it should look up. And let's see if it connects to it or not. Rotating towards GPS coordinates. And if it doesn't work, that's fine. We got a way of making this work. But it doesn't look like it's going to do it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to actually let's get in here. Let's get in here and let's go to info, and we're going to name this spy. We're going to name it spy 1. So spy 1. Say okay. Okay, and then we're going to name the antenna. Same thing. We can go up here and click. We can do Spy 1 laser antenna. Spy 1 laser antenna. That's fine. Okay, and then what I can do is let's land. Okay, and let's do I, and then remote access, and then it's not showing up. Is my broadcast on? My broadcast is on, so this broadcast is probably set to off. So we need to go into control panel and remote. Alright guys, so all it took was to put a regular antenna on there, which is kind of weird because I thought that's what the laser antenna would do, but there's nothing on the laser antenna that says broadcast. At least not what I could find. So if I go into this now and I take remote access of this thing and take control, you can see that we did that. So if I think if I can yeah. So if we lift off from here, okay, and I'll just leave it here. So let's go into our laser antenna now. And we want to go to, where's the laser antenna? Laser antenna. Connected to laser antenna 2. So it is connected now, okay? So now what I can do is I can hit F. That thing is sitting there. We can go back and sit in our chair now. Like this. I can take control of this thing now from here. And I hit, I need to go in and set up my cameras, but if we just hit G and we grabbed one of the cameras, like so, and put it on number 1, and just hit view. Just do number 1. Now, if you look as we pass the little satellite thing here, let's see, fly. I'm trying to get my bearings. Let's see if we can turn it around. You see the little laser antenna thing there? If we start going this way, see it's following us. It's kind of hard to see, but there we go. I might have put too many gyroscopes on this thing. Alright, so let's even it out. It's backwards because I got the remote. Okay. I got the remote block on funky, so my controls are backwards. So typically you can fly to like like 500 meters, I think is what the regular remote is set to. But we're gonna fly this thing. We're gonna see how high we can get this thing. So you can see that we just lost it. So it's sitting up there. So we need to do this. remote access. We can't get to it because the wrong antenna is on. We're going to have to fly up there ourselves if I can stop picking all these freaking buttons. Let's fly up there ourselves. I think fixed it. So what I did was I put this, the laser antenna, I tore it down from up there and I put it out there on the end. I think that the mountain was actually causing an issue, but if we go in there now and click on remote access, it can see it, so I can take control of it. And then we need to hit, I need to redo this, because I moved the camera. So let's do the camera and put it number 1 and click view. And I rotated the, whatchamacallit, the remote thing. So now it's the, like if I tilt it left and right, it goes left and right, not up and down. So that's what we wanted it to do. So it's looking down now, so we are going to take off. And if you look over there in the bottom, I kept the other antenna on here just so that we can see how high we are. But we should be able to go past 5,000 kilometers, because 5,000 meters is, or 5,000 kilometers, 5 kilometers, because 5,000 meters is the maximum distance on a normal antenna. So let's get up here and check. So we're getting close to it. Hopefully the gravity didn't start going down, because the atmospheric thrusters will stop. So there we go. So we just passed the 5,000 point, I guess you could say, and we are sitting idle. And if you look, if I pan the camera, it's kind of a glitchy thing, but that thing's looking straight down, that little camera thing right there. And so we are in space, and I can spy on anybody that I want to by going like this. So this is my base. You can see my little base right there, but we're 5,000 kilometers up. And if I were to go like this and jump out of our seat and look up, you can't even see it. If I turn these, oh, wrong button. If I turn this off, you can't even see it. You would never even know that it was up there. So let's go back into here and press I and go back to remote access and take control of this thing and press 1. You can see we're sitting still. We got 19 hours of battery life. We're not moving. And if I wanted to, we could go like over this way. We barely moved because my thrusters only got those little tiny thrusters on there. Or we could go this way. And we're going to start picking up speed. There we go. And if we take our camera and look, you see the camera starting to follow it? Isn't that cool? So I want to get down to about, let's try 5,000. Even though that's what the maximum distance is of the regular antenna, I just want to see what I'm looking for is, if I wanted to zoom in, how close do I need to be able to see stuff? See, I can see pretty good detail on that. You're kind of seeing through the mountain, but I'm sure that we could probably see, yeah, see, I can tell that there's something there by the blinking light. Let's turn off this stuff. See, I can see that there's a structure there. Whoops, 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 whoops. Whoops, 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 whoops. Hold on. Let's get ourselves a little back out there a little bit. There we go. I hit the wrong button. So let's zoom. There we go. So I can see that there was something down there. Like, see, I can like look around and be like, oh wait, there's something there. See the blinking light? And then I can zoom out and I can say, wow, it looks like they mined a bunch of stuff over there. There's something over there. So I can actually see where the stuff's been mined. And that's at 5,000 meters, so that's not that bad. and the sun's coming up. And I really can't tell if the batteries are charging right now because we have uranium in our thing. We could go in here and check. And stored power is going up. So this thing could technically stay in orbit for as long as we wanted it to. And what I'm going to do, I've already made a copy of this. So I'm going to just save that right there. Now what I know for a fact is that if I rotated this just a little bit, I know where a couple people are, just from watching their videos and stuff and looking at what they can see from the sky. And I know that there's somebody over that way and there's somebody right over that ridge over there, but the sun's going down. So, but yeah, guys, that's a satellite. Pretty cool. It does work. We just made sure that it worked. And if I wanted to bring that back down, then we could, but you know, you can't see it. Nobody would ever know that it's up there unless I did this. And also we created a faction, Link and I did, even though we're not building together. But it's WTF, and it stands for We Tried and Failed. That's our alliance's name. So yeah, guys, this has been episode number 6. Number 5 was a 2-part epic fail. So episode number 6 was kind of fun for me. I wanted to get this done, but now that I have that and I have it in our blueprint thing, I can make a couple of them. And in next episode, guys, I'm going to show you how these lasers can actually act as a relay. So the maximum distance on these things is 40,000 kilometers, I believe. Let's take a real quick look just to see. I don't want to lie to you guys. So let's go down here and look, laser antenna, and the maximum range. Oh my god, it doesn't even tell. I'm pretty sure that it's 40,000 kilometers. And if that's the case, that's huge. It could be 40 kilometers, maybe 40 kilometers. But I can actually set up multiple and put these satellites all around the planet. Not that I want to, but I can. So yeah, guys, this has been episode number 6. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you click that like button. Also hit the subscribe button if you're new to my channel. Make sure you check out my new Minecraft series that's coming out. It's a modded Minecraft. I haven't played modded Minecraft in a long time. And make sure you look up my my vanilla Minecraft series too. It's pretty fun with Link. And make sure you look at everybody that's playing on the server today. Their links are in the description below, and I will see you next time.